Hmm. So, I guess we're having tea. So, what kind of tea is this? Is this the oolong?
This is not. This is a yin hao jasmine.
One thing I've been learning with some of these videos is you should probably introduce yourself so some of the conversations just kind of jump in. People don't really know. So,
Okay. Well, my name is Jennifer Bowden, and I am a licensed acupuncturist. I'm practicing in Elgin, Illinois, in a community style. And community style is very different from traditional or boutique style, where one individual is treated in a closed room and it may take an hour and a half. A community style involves a shared space where every person being treated sits in a recliner and people are treated in a shared setting. Makes it super affordable and for many people much more comfortable. Well, I wanted to name my business after an acupuncture point, and so I kind of looked at the names of many famous acupuncture points and thought about why I liked them. And then, of course, I had to look and see, well, there's a lot of other businesses that already took that name, so that was a factor. The reason I chose Shen is that it translates to spirit root, possibly root spirit, but let's go with spirit root. And I do believe that basically everything that we face as a health challenge does have a root in our spirit. I have noticed in my practice of community style acupuncture that I seem to get waves of patients with similar challenges. Of course, at this time, many people seeking help with fertility will come to an acupuncturist. So I've treated women and men on the full continuum of the struggle with fertility. But who my ideal patient is, that's a very good question. I guess my ideal patient is an individual who is willing to take responsibility for their health and foster the natural healing that their body is trying to do. A person who really is not looking for someone to fix them, but rather a person who wants to embrace the natural process of the body and its healing potential.
So there may be people that watch this video that are kind of in the same, either in a holistic practice or natural medicine practice, maybe wanting to start their own, or maybe wanting to move from a insurance-based traditional medicine into what you do. So, you know.
Well, I'll say this first I want to first respond to insurance. One of the reasons I'd like to not accept insurance is that if the insurance company is the one paying me, I am essentially working for the insurance company. They are my boss. They determine what I can do, how much time I can spend with the patient, because they're the ones paying me. Now, if my clients, my patients are the ones paying me, then they are my bosses. I work for the person I am treating.
What was the first treatment again?
30 to 50.
30 to 50,
Yes.
and then after that it's
20 to 40.
20 to 40.
Yes.
So that, as a business, from the business side of it, and I was just mentioning to Jen before, some friends and I had a conversation about the business of medicine, the business of education, the business of things, even social work and mental health. Just how do you sustain your business from the business side? How do you sustain your business? And how do you figure out what is affordable? I mean, who can put a price on your health, right?
Right.
Or feeling better.
Yeah.
So from your perspective, how does that work for you?
Well,
because that's not a lot. I mean, you need a lot of volume from a business perspective.
I'm really certainly hoping that I'm going to get that. So it's a great question. Now, here's the thing. I'm just reflecting on something one of my Chinese medicine teachers said, which was, if you make people feel better, they will talk about it, and they will come back. And traditional Chinese medicine has made millions of people feel better. So I think that if I can just get a critical mass of people to feel better, then I will have enough business to sustain the practice as well as possibly pay myself, because that would be kind of nice too. Being something that's available, accessible, easy, something you can just walk in, get treated, and feel a little bit better. And so initially I was like, well, how could it possibly work?
Right.
Well, it does work. In fact, an interesting thing to look up is a franchise that's now available called Modern Acupuncture. And to start up a franchise typically costs between $248,000 and $448,000 to set the franchise up. And it is a community-style acupuncture model. And they're going into places, Colorado, Texas, I think Arizona, and they're importing acupuncturists and paying relocation bonuses to get them there. So the demand exists for affordable acupuncture. It's just sometimes a matter of getting the word out. Sometimes people that practice the sort of individual table acupuncture will say, well, community acupuncture, it's fine, but it's not as thorough, it's not as focused. And I completely disagree with that. So I would say that community acupuncture is just as focused and just as customized as table.